Rick Anderson lives and works in Clinton. He's a native of the Delta. And in the years that I've known Rick, I've come to understand that being an artist is more than just a profession. It's a lifestyle. The life of an artist, a life consisting of sketching and painting and going to functions and the like. And actually, that is a part of it. But as with anything else, there are lots of other things going on at the same time. Car payments, house payments, raising a family, stuff like that, living. But being an artist, a painter in the case of Rick Anderson, is not only a full-time job, it is a lifestyle. And it actually has been for a long time, from even before Rick made the conscious decision to take up art as a profession.
Well, probably from my brother. Years and years and years ago, and I was probably 7 or 8 or 9. So that's when I started doing art. I liked it then. Of course, it was just fun. My parents always were behind me, and that was when a lot of parents would say, you can't make a career at that. You need to be a doctor or a mathematician or something. So I think support from home was always good. I went to Delta State, and as I was majoring in art, I asked Dr. Norwood, I said, what direction should I go? Should I maybe go in education or art education or just paint? He said, well, you know, you can go in either direction, but it's up to you. So I chose to teach because I guess maybe it was a sort of a safety kind of thing. And as I got into teaching, it was sort of something that I enjoyed doing, and I taught for 25 years.
Well, you might say Rick Anderson lost his amateur status while in college because that's when he found he could make money from art.
Actually, I used to do pencil portraits in college to have spending money. And I think I started out $5 a pencil portrait, but of course in the 60s, $5 was pretty good pay.
But teaching has its reward also, other than monetary.
Because teaching, when I talk to students about methods, you know, that helps me learn other things, and I think it helps my progression as an artist, sharing with other students. And then when students ask particular questions, when I have to explain to them things that I do naturally, I think that sort of helps what I do. At the high school in Natchez, I had a student ask me once, you know, Mr. Anderson, who makes you work? And I said, well, you know, that's a good question because nobody makes me work. Anyway, of course, I have the students work. I make them work. And I said, you know, the day that I don't feel like working is probably the day that I don't need to be doing art anymore.
Consciously or unconsciously, Rick Anderson is always in two modes, intake and output. Intake in that he's always seeing shapes and objects and colors and lights and shadows and the way it plays on itself in a certain way. And he tucks that into his memory or snaps it with his camera as a reference for a painting later.
A lot of photographs. And the photographs are for reference. They're not to copy. They're for design, distance, shape, and contrast as I'm working. So I may combine elements of a variety of photographs into one painting. And also a lot of it, sometimes when I'm painting, I don't reference photographs. I reference the experience that I had throughout this whole lifetime of paying attention when we travel.
Even though Rick Anderson has retired from the classroom, he still teaches, still eagerly shares his techniques that he's collected over the decades in seminars and retreats, and even in the classroom still, in school visits.
Yes, I do. I do workshops. You know, once you're a teacher, you're always a teacher. And I might say, every once in a while, I'll get an email from a student I taught in high school asking questions. So I think once you start teaching students, you're always their teacher.
However, his passion is putting a creation on canvas and making it come alive in texture and light and shadow and shapes.
I feel like my career is stronger than it's ever been. And, I've had a lot of good success. And of course, with success, you have not success. But I think my art is as strong as it's ever been. And hopefully it will even get stronger. And that's because I can take my time, I can work, I can apply what I know to my paintings, and then I evaluate paintings. A lot of times when I'm creating a painting, a lot of time is spent sitting back and just looking. I do something, I sit and look, and then not only do I do that, but I think subconsciously thinking about a particular piece as I'm working on it. So things come and things go, things change, and I think it's the whole element of everything involved to create a piece of artwork.
So the life of an artist is not just leisurely sketching and frittering away time. It's the life of a business person, an accountant, a one-man public relations agency, a pitchman, a handyman, and a poet. It's the poet part, the visual poet in this case, that gives you the energy to do the mundane other parts. And it's that inner drive, the drive you've had since you were a kid, the drive you didn't even know you had until it surfaced. That's the reason for all of it. The drive to create, to express your inner self in a visual way, the drive to do so even if you didn't get paid to do so. That is the life of an artist. Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, subscribe to Mississippi Public Broadcasting. Till next time, I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.